Hey everyone, welcome back to Rooster's weekly video update. This week, the government announced a Christmas plan for COVID-19 restrictions, which means at Christmas, restrictions will be eased to allow people to mix with a slightly wider circle of family and friends. Across the UK, people will be able to form bubbles of 3 households over a 5-day period, and this will not be extended to New Year's Eve. The Prime Minister set out plans for the end of the second lockdown in England and a return to the tougher 3-tier system of restrictions with which we'll all be familiar. Full details of the regional lockdowns are due to be announced today. Travel industry leaders and travel agents say the government's 5-day test to release scheme is good news for travel agents and a welcome step towards removing the massive barrier of a 2-week quarantine. Whitehall's also set to impose stricter rules on hotel closures when the UK returns to a tiered system of regional lockdowns. Consumer group Which has released research confirming package holidays are likely to work out considerably cheaper than DIY booking. French President Emmanuel Macron has said that ski resorts in the country will not be allowed to reopen this year. Plan for a reopening of the resorts in January under favourable conditions. Emirates says it's finally cleared its backlog of COVID-19 refunds after paying £1.3 billion back to customers. The carrier dealt with more than 130,000 refund-related inquiries from customers and agents and made status changes to nearly 4 million flight coupons. And despite urgent warnings from US doctors, nurses, health authorities, and hospitals to not do so, millions of Americans are traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday this year, as the White House is also considering lifting its entry bans for non-US citizens from various countries in Europe and in Brazil. Long-haul adventure tour operators have also reported a spike in bookings starting before the announcement on quarantine reduction. Over in social, Snapchat is launching their own $1 million per day fund through to the end of the year to encourage creators to stick with the platform. It's kind of an emulation of TikTok's creator funds and will be called Spotlight. And the creators' content will first go to like 100 users who vote with their attention on what's good and not good before going up to 1,000, then 10,000 and so on. Snapchat's also made a few other moves this week, including like acquiring music creation app Voisey as part of social's apparently endless trends to just replicating each other's functions. I do wax a little bit lyrical in the article about why this is actually a good thing and ultimately reinforces the ways that these social platforms are different from each other. So if you're interested, do have a read of that. And Snapchat's also adding a few new ad options for app marketers in particular. Twitter's also looking to reopen its verification process to the public and is looking for feedback on their new guidelines. Verification can feel pretty random at the moment. There's not a clear roadmap to verification after the public process was scrapped a couple of years ago. If you click into the article, you can find a link so you can feed into the draft policy on the website. And Twitter's also adding new warning pop-ups when you like tweets which contain disputed information. They've been doing this on retweets for a little while, but now they're rolling it out to likes, as there is a fair amount of kind of algorithmic distribution based on likes as well as retweets. And if you've ever watched a YouTube video to learn something new and then wish they just added chapters so that you knew where to skip to, YouTube staff have done the same things. So they're testing automated chapters to help you get to where you'd like to go. Instagram's also testing an FAQ feature for Instagram Direct. So Messenger's already got something pretty similar for business pages, but this 4-option FAQ tool will be a good way to help bigger brands combat some of those frequently asked questions you've probably got answers to in your notes just for kind of copying and pasting. And as we get nearer and nearer to an available COVID-19 vaccine, Facebook, Twitter, and Google are partnering with various independent fact-checking bodies to fight conspiracy theories and misinformation so that we can all get healthy, vaccinated, and back to normal. That's all from us this week. Feel free to read, as per usual, the rest of the article on the website, and don't forget to stay tuned next week. Cheers.